Well, got shelter, got food. Time to start knocking out some of the basics so we can progress. Well, while I were digging, guess what happened? Winter done showed up. It's snowing. Not only is it snowing, it's accumulating. Yeah. So, it is heading on towards evening. If I am lucky, I can dig out the charcoal quick. So let's see how our charcoaler worked this time, because it has been a while since I have been here. So you see we have the ash, which is already covered up with snow. So we're going to go in this way, bust the ash, and you get all kinds of good charlincoal as long as you don't bust your dirt here. So that is how you do it. How you do it. Don't know if I'm going to get much charcoal made with the snow going on. We're going to cover that so the snow don't get in there. Not too bad anyway. And we're going to run our charcoal back, because it's almost nighttime again. Oh, let's make sure everybody is topped up. Boo, 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 boo. There we go. And it looks like it has stopped snowing. For the moment, anyhow. And I'm going to put my helmet back on, because I'm going to go over and I think do a little work. Well, first we're going to get some sleep. Then we're going to do a little work over in the village. So I guess the next thing we need is a tinker's hammer, which is going to be 4 iron and a lead. And I did pick up some lead, so let's get that. There's nickel, actually, there, sort that lead. So we got a little more lead. Not much. Stuff is few and far between. And since I've been doing some digging, we are going to go over and work the path, knocking down trees. And we'll catch that on the way back. Apparently I did not get all the stuff out. So we're going to go for easy trees this time. You're like, what is an easy tree? An easy tree is one that's just got a trunk and doesn't branch out. Hence, easy to cut down. And we're getting some ice going. So it's getting cold. Probably start seeing our breath freezing in the air pretty soon. And look at our leaves have turned brown. Brown, I tell you. Hey there, bird. No, I don't have a clue why sometimes it looks like this. Although this one is a dark oak. It is not a dark oak. It is just dark oak. What do I mean by that? I mean it is not the tree that grows big and burly and 4 trunks, you know, around. This is just, it's dark oak wood, which doesn't, you know, necessarily mean nothing. These are maple. Cool. Oh, that's not multiple branches. Can't talk tonight. There's more of that dark oak. Which, like I say, is dark oak wood, but it's not going to give us dark oak saplings because they're just regular leaves. Did have a maple. I don't see. Yeah, we haven't gotten anything but oak saplings. There, let's disconnect this from the tree. That should let it break down. Maple saplings. Good, we finally got some. Like maple. Like maple swale. Oh, here's something you haven't encountered. This is the dynamic trees. Now here's the thing about these guys. First off, you only hit the bottom. You see how it gives us a progress bar? So they work kind of like those cheaty mining things. Do not end up underneath that. It will crush you. And this one wasn't bad. But you see these acorns? Acorns, cat cans, any kind of seed material. You need to pick that up. And you need to chuck it someplace where it's not going to take root. No, we don't want a vulture egg. We don't want flamingo eggs. We don't want unidentified eggs. Okay, so if those acorns were just sitting on the ground here, you would get more dynamic trees coming up. And back in the day, they were just like a mob encounter, because they would grow almost faster than you could cut them down if you let too many of those acorns or whatnots hit the dirt. Boom. Now it is a good way to get a lot of wood all at once, but like I say, you got to get those acorns picked up. Bud ringer. I don't know what a bud ringer is. Looks like that's everything. One last quick look. I don't see any acorns floating around. And I don't see any wood floating around. Where are we at? It's a little past noon. I can do a little bit more and then I gotta head back. So I got like 28 oaks showing. And that just gave us another 7. So wham bam. Just make sure we get these acorns. Hi, kitty. And I got probably get like one more, and then I gotta go back. All right. Take that. Like I say, it is going to be a while working this back and forth till we can get moved over here. Every little bit helps, though. There they are. I see them. Oh, I don't see anything else. Hopefully that'll all be gone when we come back through again. It must be kind of cold for them frogs. At least I won't have to worry about lampreys trying to nip at me. I can go across the ice. You know, I have not seen any squids. You seen any squids? I haven't seen any squids. Yep, looks like I got those. Let's hit this monster. This is the next one I'm going to have floaters coming through on. Come on, up. There we go. There's probably another one or two still up there, but I gotta get these before they despawn. And it is noon. Yep, can see my breath. You know it's definitely cold out. Oh, there it is. I believe that's what I had to take out of that. That is where the golems come from. There had to be one around someplace. Yeah, a couple more fell out. What is that called? The archaic light. I don't believe they can spawn without the archaic light. I could be wrong. All that work, and that's all I got. Well, as long as we're here and we got some time, let's go down and show you what we were working on. So, for the Ember core to work, actually what the Ember core does is it pulls ember out of the bedrock. So you set up an Ember core on the bedrock, and I got this one chosen at this point. Maybe this one or this one, I don't know which, but those are the closest towards center. You put it on there, it makes a big multi-block looking kind of thing. You got to put a hopper in with fuel and a hopper out with what do you call it, for the output, which is your ember shards and ember crystals, and you will use those in the other ember equipment to generate power, ember power. So it's a different kind of power from coal. Or charcoal, and it lets you do a lot more. Oops. Down here. All right. Let's lose the axes, and we will go digging again for a while, looking for the elusive diamonds and lead and other good stuff. So we just kind of alternate around 2 or 3 different projects here. Keeps it from getting too terribly boring. Keeps you finding stuff too. So let's see, we went down to bedrock, didn't find any diamonds. We came up here, didn't find any diamonds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Came up here, didn't find any diamonds. And F3 gets us, we're at 17. That's gravel ores. We have world. No, we don't have the world, but I believe these are like at like 22 and below. And here is something else we're going to need, a charged Certus quartz. So make sure I can get that. There we go. Those wind up being important later on, so it's a good thing we got one early. Oh, I got a lead I can pull. So here's another thing. Lead is usually near silver. Where are we? We can still see. Let's go down a few more. Now there's a silver, so there might be lead here. Yep. Looks like another lead up there, and indeed it is. Alright, you see this? This is magnetite. It is some of the best iron ore you can get. Unfortunately, we don't have a way of processing this at the moment, but we're going to grab it, because once we do have a way to process it, it's going to be boom times on iron ore, or on iron ingots. We're going to have so many iron ingots. And this is anthracite, makes some of your best torches. So we're going to probably grab that as well. Save our charcoal for, well, smelting, cooking, etc., fueling. We'll use this for torches, because you get, I think, like 8 torches per, instead of, 2. Uranium. Again, gonna be important in the future. That's all we got. And we're going to backfill. You can protect yourself in one of 2 ways. One is by backfilling, so nothing can spawn there. The other is by chucking a torch in there and creating a light barrier. For those of you who didn't already know that. I'm assuming we're going to get new players watching this at some point. So, these little hints might be a little monotonous for some of you, but they're really going to help other people. So just deal with it. Not certain why I'm getting those red flashes. That's why. Yeah. We're in a chasm area. And that's way up. There's no way I'm going to go and mess with that. We're going to make sure we have a little insurance here. That way it's not going to come and get us. And we're going to mark this, says do not go past this point. Make sure nothing can come crawling in. So that's as far as we can go on this tunnel. We can do offshoots now. I can pull all this stuff out of the walls. Always look around. If we're lucky, maybe we'll find another lead. Nope. No lead there. This is what you call a clean out. Don't see anything up there. Remember, if you, we should probably grab this at some point. Again, this is way, way down the line. We need chemical technologies for that. And I use this as a urinal. It's just what I call them. Place to throw stuff out you can't carry back to the surface. Oh, we got chunk of lead there. Look at all that lead. See nothing in there. Fill that up. Here's another one of the things I tend to do. Alright, so we got lead, we got uranium, we got magnetite, we got silver, and we got garbage gold. So let's put garbage gold up there. And this is just a way to mark so I know what kind of things can be found down this particular tunnel. So as I'm coming down, if I'm looking for uranium, oh, I can get uranium down this one. The other thing I wanted to do was put steps in here. Stair steps, because this gets old. See, ain't much here you can find. There's probably another copper in there I could probably find if I dug enough. Okay, lead ore is important. Get that going. Gems go in here for now. Jasperite's a special of sorts. So that can go there. Cobblestone comes back down. Bed. Arrows. Let's get this down. Oh, I messed this up. That's what that R is. Okay. Something I didn't fix. Okay, I got the drop. I got the swap. That's open. Where's the rearrange inventory? Inventory sorting. Okay, R we don't want to use. Let's change that with multiply because we don't want to hit that. Oops, and it is nighttime. So that's what made this mess. How I had it all nice where I keep what I want where I want it. Got all messed up because of when I hit R. So we want sword, bow, pick, shovel, iron pick, axe, cobblestone. Okay. Peridot up there. Everybody's empty. Okay, I should have enough lead. I still need to get more iron. Should I probably have enough iron to make the hammer? But I still need more iron. So I think we are going to see what we can dig a little more. And I think this is a good place for me to say aloha for now while I go dig more stuff. So, adios, baby. Next episode, the importance of tin.